What's up, everyone? Welcome back to yet another Chisme and Chill with your girlfriend, with your best friend, with your boo thing, with your quarantine bae, JAWN LA, aka Skincare JAWN. And today we're gonna do a quick little get ready with me.
Hello, this is voiceover Janelli popping in super quick just to let you guys know that you will be seeing more than one silence transition. Excuse me. I am just now starting to edit on iMovie, so give your girl a break.
Today,
hope you enjoy the video.
Where I was gonna put up with what me and my girlfriends were talking about. We did a self-care Sunday. It was so fun. No, I'm sorry, we didn't do a self-care Sunday. We did a video, a Zoom video, but I have to still edit that. And then yesterday, poor Kanye got on social media and just was losing his mind. So I really wanted to talk about that. I find it really interesting that all of these things are happening in the celebrity world. And that, right, because it's a different world, like whether or not we choose to believe it, like the people that they interact with, the things that they do. So the thing is with these celebrities, like when these things happen with them, I find it really interesting, the conversations that come out of it. Like, I'm never gonna sit up here and like be like these tabloid, this has some trash, this tabloid, trashy tabloid type of thing, like, oh, I know exactly. We don't know. We really don't. With them being on a show or whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not realistic to assume that we're gonna know everything. Obviously, with that being said, they do live, it's the Kardashians in particular, they do live a life that is solely based off of what they do, right? I'm not talking about the Kardashians today. I am talking about the conversations that have come out of it, right? And I always want to hold this perspective where, like, I understand, you know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with anything that he has said, anything, right? But we have to understand the state that he's in, right? Like, if we want to talk about it, Kanye hasn't been Kanye since prior to his mother's passing. All of this, right, comes into play is mental health. Mental health awareness is such a serious thing. Feeling supported by the people around you is another thing. And just having the clarity and the understanding that if you're not okay, like, you have to speak on that. So for me, the conversations that came out of this, we have to normalize seeking help, especially for Black men. Especially for Black men. It's funny because I spoke with my therapist. Shout out to mental health awareness, okay, and getting the proper help that you need when you need it. I think we were kind of just in conversation, having whatever. I was in a session with her, and she brought up a really good point about, like, it just not being spoken on. You know what I mean? Like, it's not normal. And I hate to say normal, because what's normal, right? Like, T plays. So basically what I'm trying to say is that in communities, in Black communities, in people of color communities, we find that these types of things aren't, not only are they not like easily made available to us, but they're also it's not something, it's stigmatized a little bit. I feel like now more than when I was younger, when I was like preteen, if people knew that you were like going to the therapist, or if they knew you were taking like Ritalin or anything like that, like, you kind of were looked at like a little bit like, oh, you crazy, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people didn't speak on it, or you didn't want to go to therapy, or you didn't work. My mom was taking us to therapy when we were kids, and I never told anyone that we were going to therapy. Like, never. I never told anybody. because I kind of felt ashamed about it. Like, I felt shame. people that used to go to therapy and stuff like that, like, were crazy. That's what I was told. Like, for example, my brothers, and I can't speak on their experience. I can just speak from my perspective. I feel like my oldest brother, for example, had a lot of behavioral problems from a very young age. He was in and out of like detention centers, and then it was kind of like a mental, like I forget the name of it, like some sort of mental facility. And then as he got older, they just put that man in jail, and now he's doing like a nice bid at upstate. I wonder what would have happened had he had the proper help, had he had the proper resources, like me with my therapy. Like I knew that I had to get help. I knew that it wasn't healthy for me to not speak on my experiences. But I didn't know where to go, how to find it, what to do. I didn't know any of that. My job offered healthcare. So yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm 28 years old. And now I was able to not only afford it, right? Afford to pay to see someone, but also the resources. I had the resources. Obviously, it's not the same for Kanye or for someone in his stature, but if you see people like August Alsina, who had mental issues and a drug addiction, which is also a product of mental instability, but I don't want to sit here and say, oh, you know, like, condemn people. Like, obviously, like, like, if you're out here and you're doing things that are detrimental to your health and you know that you're gonna die, like, I hope you don't, like, I hope you seek the proper help. It's really interesting, and I wonder, like, what do you guys think about this very open and public spiraling out of Kanye West? But also, how do you feel that some way, shape, or form you were deprived of, you or someone you know and like love were deprived of proper health care, proper mental health care, and like, how does that make you feel? Like, and that doesn't give them a pass. Like, just because I'm like, hey, like, this is important, like, we probably shouldn't be laughing at this man. Like, this man probably really seriously needs help. No one deserves to spiral on like, so publicly. Hope that we all can get a little patience with everyone, you know, not just Kanye, but like everyone that is struggling in some way or form. And this is to me too, like, I have to also take my own advice and be patient with people. It's gonna be easy? Absolutely not. Nothing is easy. Everything takes work, everything takes time. But, you know, if we move a lot in love and in kindness and just overall patience with people, I think that we can really have a different outcome of like what our normal is. You know what I mean? When someone does something wrong, it's immediately, oh, he's canceled, or oh, she's canceled. Like, let shit slide. That's not what I'm saying. Excuse me. That's not what I'm saying at all. Like, in the very least, hold people accountable. You know what I mean? You know, we do hold this man accountable to the things that he said and the things that he's done, because this shit is not okay. But at the same time, may we understand that everyone has a story to tell, and everyone has like their experience, like whatever it is that they're going through. Be courteous and like take the initiative, you know what I mean, to educate yourself to love yourself, to love your people, to like truly just find out who you are, you know, where you come from. The consensus of me like getting help and taking the time out to not only do these self-care Sundays, right, to have these conversations. I'm doing all of this because I think that it's important, but also for my community, for my legacy, for what I want to leave behind. Wealthy, right? Generational wealth, healthy relationships, family relationships, and just overall a different thing, being, entity, person, whatever. I just want to make sure that at the end of the day, when I leave this earth, whenever the good Lord decides to take me on home, that I lived to the best of my ability and my potential. That's it. And I think that with me opening up about like past and just my journey, my story, I think it's super important. Everyone has something that they want to, that they can say to the world. Not that they want, right? But like that they can say, that they can share. And that is important. Like, and the best thing, and I wrote it down too, wherever you are is where you're supposed to be. And I really think that that's important for me to understand, because a lot of times I had to like stop comparing my journey to everyone else's journey. I had to come to an understanding that I'm not gonna be where everybody is. It's not feasible. It doesn't make sense for me to think that. I just have to honor my process, honor the process. Basically, I don't want to deter too much off of the main topic, which is mental health, mental awareness, and just being patient with people, being there to support them. And honestly, just taking an initiative. I think that it's super important now, more than ever, that we're just taking an initiative for our own, and being there for our own. So anyways, guys, basically, the whole purpose of me sitting down here and doing all of this and just getting ready and chit-chatting is that I always find that these conversations are super important to have. I think that it is imperative to our growth, and to kind of getting up from underneath these systems, right? Everything is not going to be easy, right? It's not going to be something that is going to be done tomorrow. If we stay the course, if we're focused, and if we take our own and take care of our own, I think that we will make like tremendous strides in demanding our equality. I'm gonna end it with this: just take care of one another, guys. Be mindful, be patient. Remember, self-care is self-love. And yeah, just be aware, be conscious, be a good person, okay? Be a good person. Enjoy this conversation. Please hit the like button if you liked this video. Hit that subscribe button and leave a nice comment down below. Any and all products that I used in this video will be listed in the description as well. And I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.